Hi, it's Nika from Fabulously Creative. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a project life layout, and I'm just showing you like the full layout and the cards that I will be using. That card I just showed, that is like the lyrics to a song, and then I pulled out some pieces that I want to use on that bottom card, mainly that little cassette tape. I want to try and work it into this layout. So let's get started. Alright, so this card will kind of be my title card. Since I'm no longer doing like a weekly project life, I still want to have some sort of title card, even though it won't say the week on there. And I am just starting by outlining these words. This card is from the Becky Higgins. I think this one is the Dreamy collection, or Dream or Dreamy. But I'm just outlining these words. And it says life is beautiful, and I'm just outlining it because I don't know, it's kind of hard to read. It's very light. The card is very light pink, and then the words are white. So I just wanted to outline that and add some washi to the bottom. And I'm trying to find a tag or a sticker or something to put the date on. And this layout is, all of these pictures are from one day in April. And like, since I'm not doing weekly, I'm just gonna, I guess, document just anything that happened that month. But all of these pictures are from one day. And I'm gonna use this little ticket, but I'm going to cut it apart because it was too wide to fit in that spot. So I cut it apart and then taped it back together with some washi, so it fits nicely, like right in between, right under that word beautiful. So I'm gonna layer that and then add that date sticker. I'm just looking for something. I think I take that heart off. It needed like a color to make this pop because everything is kind of black and white and muted on here. I think I do add like some pink, a hot pink chevron or something. And let me know if this video is fast. I'm kind of adjusting. I'm used to doing the 6x8 layouts. So, you know, it's quicker for me to do a layout now that I'm doing the 6x12. It just seems like the video is so long. So I sped it up just a little. So let me know if it is too fast or if you don't mind, because I would rather have it a little fast and the video be shorter. But let me know either way. And these two pictures, one I took a selfie before we left the house, and then the other one is of my husband at lunch. And I taped the two pictures together with some washi. My idea was to kind of make one embellishment and then cut the pictures apart, but the embellishment kind of joined the two pictures. That was my idea. I'm not really sure how it worked out, but I don't know. But that little you and me, that sticker says you and me are meant to be, and it was a clear sticker, so I just put it on that white, that tag. And now I'm just making like a little cluster for that sticker to go on. So I'm just fiddling with it, trying to make sure it spreads across both pictures. And I think I end up cutting the tag down. And I messed up like when I put this heart on it, because I don't know, it didn't flow together once I put the heart and cut it. And now I'm going to cut the pictures, and I don't know why I just didn't change the different pocket, because I do have pockets with the where I could have put a 6x4, because it really, once I cut it, I didn't get the same effect. And anytime something doesn't work out, I just add some enamel dots. Enamel dots always save the day, or at least in my mind they do. And this is just a picture of us at the comic book store, and that Today Was Great sticker, I think that is from the Happy Planner sticker book. And I'm just going to mount it on top of a gold die cut, and then a little label. because I wanted to keep it pretty simple. And I do add some little hearts on there. And I think this day, it must have been Easter weekend. And these are some lyrics from the song by Gil Scott-Heron. And I really wanted to use that card documented, but I know if I had tried to write the lyrics myself, I wouldn't be able to write that small to fit it on there. And my camera also cut off, so I finally just glued it down like it was, even though I think it would have been nicer. I don't know if I would have rewritten it or found a way for that little documented to stay, but I ended up covering it. And that song is called Lovely Day. And I don't know, it's kind of like the theme of this day because we were listening to it in the car. And I'm just writing on that picture, poet, songwriter, activist. And I wanted to make sure I had the picture because like years later, if my son looks at this, I want him to be able to look it up. Like even though that song doesn't come from that album, it was hard to find that album. I want him to, just know who it was and be able to look it up if he wants to. And now this card, I struggled because I really wanted to use that little cassette tape. And that is from Amy Tangerine collection or one of her embellishment packs. And I really wanted to use it because it kind of went with the theme. So I struggled with this card trying to make that cassette tape work some kind of way. Because it's one of those things that will just sit in my stash forever. I feel like if I don't use it on this layout, it'll just sit in my stash forever. Because stuff like that, I rarely have a chance to use it. So I finally decide to stick down that sticker, that ampersand sticker. And then I fiddle some more with it. And I think I eventually took the bird out because it was just too much. It wasn't working. I don't know if you ever have things that you just really want to put onto a layout. And in the end, I like the way it turned out, but I know I fussed with this card forever. And sometimes I edit this stuff out. And then I get comments of people saying I made it look so easy, but that's because I edited like all the trying to make things work, and I mounted that tape with some foam tape. I put the little cassette tape on some foam tape just to make it stand out a bit. I think I got tired of fooling with it, so I just stuck everything down, and it worked out. And I really wanted to put this on here because like that song, it has like a vintage feel. And like my son, he's 4, he does not know what a cassette tape is. So, once he's grown and he looks at the album, he may ask who that artist is, what's a cassette tape. So I don't know, I just thought that it was really neat to have it on here. So I'm going to put the date, and then I'm also going to add, I do add some journaling to that tape, but I skip it because I just needed to move on. And this is just a business card from the comic book store that we went to. I'm just going to mount it with some little die cuts. And even though this card is very simple, I really like the way it turned out. And I'm just outlining everything, which I like to do when the card that I'm using is, either really light so everything doesn't blend in together. And I have a million of these little puffy stickers. I'm trying to use them up and get rid of them. So I just add that So Fun and then an embellishment dot. Now this card, I was trying to decide like just to stick that card in there plain, but it was throwing off my color scheme. So I decided to cut everything out, and that's just where we ate lunch that day. So I cut it out and stuck it on this card that says memories, and I really like the way it turned out because it kind of toned down those bright colors. If I would have just left it plain, I think it was just too much for the those bright colors would have just overpowered the rest of the layout. So I add that heart sticker, and then I add one more, that hanging out thing on the bottom. I really think that tied it into the rest of the layout. Now I go back to the journaling, and I'm just journaling about what we did that day and where we went. Just very simple journaling that way. We ate lunch, went to the comic book store, the toy store, and Starbucks. So everybody was happy because everybody got to go where they wanted to go. And I'm just outlining everything, and that is it for this layout. And I'm still adjusting to the 6x12 album size, so I don't feel like I've hit my groove yet with it. But this is the full layout. Like, I like the way everything turned out, but I'm still kind of struggling with it. And now I'm just going to stick everything in my book. Once I get like a little further, I may do a flip through of my album. Let me know if you want to see a flip through. But I'm waiting like to get a few more layouts done, because I'm switching from weekly to monthly. So I don't feel behind, but I feel like I should have more in the book since we're in April. But at least, at least I'm not behind. I'm still behind on last year's album, but I'm all caught up. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.